So I'm here with Aoki, and just talking about East West Players. What is your involvement with East West Players? How did you hear about this organization?
Oh, well, I'm part of MANAA, Media Action Network for Asian Americans. So we've been friends with East West Players for years. We formed in 1992, and they've come to our awards dinners, we come to theirs. I work with Marilyn Takuda and Dan Maeda in the Asian Pacific American Media Coalition. And since 1999, we've been meeting with the top 4 television networks, trying to push for more diversity. And Marilyn and I just became the new co-chairs. So every year we meet with the president of ABC, CBS, NBC, Fox, and all of their vice presidents, head of drama, head of casting, head of comedy, head of reality shows. And they give us statistics on how many Asian Americans they've hired as actors, writers, producers, directors, and executives. And so we talk about what they need to do to get better at it. And we're focusing right now on making sure that we get to be the stars of our own shows. Because I'm sure you've seen a lot more Asian Americans on television. Hawaii Five-0, Lost, Grey's Anatomy. But the thing that still eluded us is that we don't get to be the stars of our own show. So this year we're going to really make a concerted effort to make sure that they know it's not good enough to just put us as a regular, the second or the 7th person on the totem pole. We want to be the star. So we're pushing that this year.
So it's not so much like trying to meet a minimum of like how many Asians you're hiring per show. It's more so the types of roles that are becoming available and not roles that are not stereotyped.
Yeah, I always tell the networks, the simple thing is if you reflect reality, it's really simple. If 1 out of every 6 doctors in this country is Asian, well then show us as doctors in your doctor shows. If 1 out of every 3 persons in San Francisco is Asian, when we see a San Francisco show, we should see a lot of Asian American regulars. But we don't see that. So, and that's the problem. In the history of television, all the shows taking place in Hawaii have never starred an Asian person. And we're 74% of the population. So we're just saying, just reflect reality. We're not asking for a handout. We're saying, look, we are in real life, we are the heads of state, we are the heads of the police department, we are the heads of the fire department, all these kinds of things. But they just relegate us to smaller roles, so that's what we're pushing for.
It's definitely an ongoing battle, but at least you can say that even 5 years ago, things have improved.
Right.
Just to keep going along that trend is definitely something very good. And I think for shows like that too, sometimes they realize, do the networks ever worry about the fact that being Asian American doesn't sell as well to the general public? Is that where their concern is at?
That is my assumption. I've told them, I go, look, you may be thinking we're only 5% of the population, okay? But that doesn't mean when Sandra Oh was on Grey's Anatomy, the other 95% of the population turns off the tube or goes channel surfing.
Oh gosh, Asian, turn off.
Yeah, our appeal goes beyond 5%. And from the economic point of view, I say, look, the amount of spending that we do every year, if you were to put that into a state, we'd be the 6th biggest state in the union, between Florida and Ohio. So we're 5% of the population, but we spend proportionately a lot more than that. So that's why advertisers see that we're a very desirable demographic. So we want you to get what the advertisers on your shows already know, that if you put us on your shows, we'll watch more, we'll watch the advertising, we'll buy the product. It's very simple. But there's a lot of resistance because I think a lot of white producers, they want to just kind of perpetuate this notion of a white world. They feel safe with it. That's what they grew up knowing. Most of the people they know are white. They don't interact with black people, Latino people, Asian people. And so that's what they feel safe doing. And we're saying that's not good enough.
That's really great. It's really great to see that there are people like you pushing for that in the media and getting more Asian face time.
I'm very popular with them.
They all know you. They're like, we trust Guy. We trust Guy. He knows what he's doing.
I think the main thing is that we're basing this on logic, and we're being forceful about it. But it's based on logic, and they know what we say is true. So it's not like it's up for debate. But some people are just more resistant to change and doing the right thing, even if it really would help their bottom line. They're still resistant to it.
It's true. We bring up finances, all of a sudden it becomes very appealing.
And I always tell them, I said, look at how many Asian American actors have gotten Emmy nominations. So you can't tell me that we don't have talented actors. Naveen Andrews, Archie Panjabi won the Emmy last year for The Good Wife, Masaoka, Sandra Oh, all these people. Yeah, so the thing is, the networks have got to at some point make the decision to say, yeah, he's a really good actor and yeah, I'll make him the face of my new show. They just have to make that decision, but they're just shying away from it. So I'm pushing it. I'm going to give them 2 or 3 years, and that's it.
2 or 3 years. So we will see. In 2 or 3 years, Asian in every show.
Well, no, no, that's not what I'm asking for. They're getting me in trouble. No, I'm saying that every network. Yeah, well, I wouldn't be against that, but every network, ABC, CBS, NBC, Fox, has to have at least one show that stars an Asian American within 2 or 3 years.
That's fair. Yeah, it doesn't have to be like the lead, but has somebody.
No, the star.
Oh, really?
The star. We want the star.
At least one show.
Because we met with them for 11 years. We've given them enough time.
Oh my God.
11 years is a long time. I was young when I started this.
You're still young.
Oh, gee, thanks. Swoon. But you know what MANAA does is we're a media watchdog group. We're still the only one that's dedicated solely to media watchdogging. And so we respond to things in the press, television, motion pictures, radio, what celebrities say about Asian people. And we just formed because we needed a vehicle to express ourselves instead of people, listening to the radio and hearing another accented skit and being mad in private but not being able to do anything about it. So they know they can call us, email us, and we'll get on it.
Great. Well, thank you so much, Guy.
Well, thanks for the interest.
Have a good night.
All right, thanks.